Why did Acura sell a luxury version of the Honda Civic only in Canada? Not only was this only sold in Canada, it was made in Canada. And I think that has a lot to do with it. I'd like to speculate that this was an anti-union device. This was kind of a way to bribe Honda auto workers in North America, and especially in Canada, into not unionizing. To understand the Acura CSX, you have to understand this car.
Go around the circle. Right here, stop.
But thanks for the test drive.
The EL from Acura, designed with purpose, driven by passion.
The CSX was just carrying on the tradition of this car. When they started building this car in the 90s, 1997 I believe, it was the first Acura to be built in Canada. Back in the 80s, when Japanese cars really took off in North America, there was a big concern with the United Auto Workers of the States that people weren't buying enough American cars. The thing is, the Japanese were just building better cars than us. They were more efficient. That was the biggest thing, is the fuel mileage. They were just more efficient. People wanted them. The big auto union in the States didn't like that. They didn't really like that people were buying not American cars, not supporting American jobs. Honda took the initiative of starting to manufacture Civics and Accords in America and in Canada.
Never owned a Honda, Chet, but every time I drive one, I wonder why anybody would buy anything else, really.
You know, it's getting embarrassing because every time we talk about Hondas, we praise them to the sky. People are going to start thinking we work for the company or something.
Well, I know, but what can you say? The car is so beautifully made. The fit and finish in there is an example for anybody.
Like with this car here, the 8th generation Civic, the sedans were built in America and the coupes were built in Canada.
This car is manufactured in Ohio, and they also manufacture them in Ontario, and they're equally as good as
That's right,
any
they build the
Japan.
four-door models in Ontario and
That's
the
right.
two dozen in Ohio.
And they're indistinguishable from the Japanese ones.
The Japanese are notorious for not unionizing. It's just part of their work culture. Honda workers in Canada and the United States have still not unionized. But since they were going to be building Acuras in Canada, and Acura is a luxury brand, Honda knows that in order to please workers, in order to keep them from unionizing, they need to allow them to purchase the product that they manufacture. Having the CSX and the 1.6 EL be available in Canada was part of that. It was part of giving the workers a more affordable car that they could afford on their wages.